Graceburn Co-housing acknowledges the Wurundjeri of the Kulin Nation as the traditional custodians of the land on which we live. Always was and always will be Aboriginal land. We pay our respects to elders past, present and emerging. Hi, I'm Lou, one of the current members of Graceburn Co-housing. We consist of 4 small houses that are passive, solar designed and as part of an intentional community. We're located in the Yarra Valley, Healesville, about 60 kilometres east of Melbourne in Victoria, Australia. Graceburn Co-housing is an intentional community based on 3 principles of sustainability, community living and ageing in place. Our story started many years ago as a group of friends who all moved to Healesville at about the same time to start and bring up our families. We had many discussions about living together in a shared and intentional community when the kids had grown up and moved on. Then in 2011, the opportunity came up to buy a property that virtually ticked all our boxes. In the years that followed, our original group underwent some changes, with some people leaving as we stepped through the process of financing, planning and design. In 2019, we opened up our first 2 partially built homes to the public as part of Sustainable House Day. Then in 2022, 11 years after we had initially bought the property, we had completed all 4 houses and moved in. Now in 2024, we invite you back once more to come along and see our progress, share our experiences and vision for the future. Let's start with sustainability. Each home has a north-facing greenhouse, which is the powerhouse and engine room for each home in terms of maintaining temperature control. Then there's thermal mass. Concrete slabs are in each of the homes. They're insulated from externally. More thermal mass with internal brick walls. Double stud walls provide lots of insulation. All houses have double glazed wooden frame windows. All doors and windows have seals to stop leaky air coming in and out. Part of each house is to repurpose building materials from other local sources, such as wooden bench tops and wooden flooring. Each home has a 3,000 litre water tank. There's additional water tanks for the garden. Rainwater overflow is directed to the swale. This is where water collects and gradually and slowly dissipates back into the ground, or if there's too much, into the stormwater system. Permeable driveway and paths help us keep water on site. Then we also have landscaping with Australian Indigenous and native plants to encourage and bring back the local wildlife. Homes are fitted with minimum of 5 kilowatt solar systems that are connected to the grid. Homes are all electric with heat pumps for hot water and hydronic heating. Okay, let's move on to our second principle, community living. At Graceburn Co-housing, we have a lot of shared garden space for veggie growing, for chickens, fruit trees, and workshop garden space. Composting as well. There's going to be more community space when we finally get round to building the studio. Watch this space. Community living extends to the broader community, where we also have a street library. Now we move on to our third principle, ageing in place. So having a flat block was really important for us, as well as having walkability to the main street. Important for ageing in place was the ability to live entirely on the ground floor. So important to that is no steps for any entry, wider doorways, accessible shower entry, light switches, and power points. Wall ovens for ease of use, lever door handles and taps. Houses were built with future needs in mind, such as reinforcement in walls for any future handrailing, and consideration will be also for raised garden beds. Thanks for joining our Graceburn co-housing tour as part of Sustainable House Day 2024. Our intentional community, comprising of 4 passive solar houses, are based on the principles of sustainability, community living and ageing in place. Bye.